Waiting for the parking garage. Say 1,000 cars never park over. Now once you corner, the government will get money. It will create employment.
It just someone who can't tell more. I don't tell you. When you flew off, it's a there's a new message for contractor, a new message for. That's somewhere here. You hear pillars. Omunya pillars in Omunya prime on the pillars. Now magazine, I that way big industrial city, and I pass on your way at the Ababede, Ababechamu. Your popular message in a hang up corner, said a Maya cycle and a moment and the Suame.
Dr. Michi is a project coordinator on behalf of the ministry and Evangelist, and Mohammed is a project manager. So the resident engineer will take us to the project, then after which we can have an inspection. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, Minister. So, the design and construction of the Suame Interchange, there are two of them. We have the phase 1 and then component 2. The first picture that I have over here is a full illustration of the phase 1 interchange. Okay. Yes. So if I start from here, you have the runabout on the grade. The runabout allows you to negotiate to all the 5 points on this interchange, on this intersection. Then the second level is the viaduct 2, which starts from the Suame and goes to KDT. And then we have the viaduct 1, which starts from Abripo and goes to the airport. These two have a reverse. You can go and come in both directions. Okay. Then you have the viaduct 3, which is the last one, the highest, the viaduct 3, which also starts from Suame and takes you to the airport. And then you have the viaduct 4, which also takes you from the airport and takes you to the Suame. So this is what we have, and for this is basically the interchange itself. And then on this picture here,
yes, please.
This one is the viaduct 3, which is the 4th tier.
Okay.
Yes, and it takes you from Suame all the way to the airport. Yeah. This is the Mampong. This is the Tapu Road, yes, and it is on the grade. You don't access the interchange directly from here, so this one is on the grade. Yes.
So we can avoid. Yes. This I can see. This is
actually
going through some. Yes. Because we are told this is. In fact, the money we need to pay for this.
Yes, this is the
can do a lot of work on this project.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Well, here we are also concerned about the traffic condition on this road. Unfortunately, we only do up to 300 of it. Up to on the Mampong, we only do 300 from the center.
Is that the one you're talking about?
Yes.
So
there's another project that was on the commission.
Okay.
That's up to Ashanti. 23 kilometers. Yes. That's not under. No, that's not under this one. Okay. Well, in the process.
Okay. All right. Okay. So let's go to the next one.
Yes. So on this picture, we have both the component 2 and the phase 1, okay, and all the activities that are here. So you can see that on the component 2, we have what we call the local roads, about 14 kilometers or so. And so those roads are here. You have Abripo, you have Magazine New Road, Suame, Magazine, and a lot of them, all of them, they are all listed over here. If you want me, I can list them one after the other. They are all here, and the distances that they cover, all of them are over here. These roads that we constructed, the idea is that when these roads are finished, it will allow and ease traffic here for when we start the actual interchange. So currently, as I speak, all these roads are in use now. But so these are the places that they use as bypasses to avoid coming into these areas. Yes. The only road that, yes, Abripo and Kofum. So we have Abripo. There is going to be an underpass. Yes, and then Crowfrom also is going to be an overpass. That is also part of the phase 2. Phase 1, so phase 1 of the Suame Interchange. And then you will have the distance between, which is the western bypass, the distance between here and here will also be constructed and improved upon. But the distance will remain the same, the cross section will remain the same. Okay. So where we are standing is the phase 1, the actual 4th-year interchange. Where we are standing right now, the Suame roundabout. So if I should take you through the, the consultant for the project, as the director said, is Associated Consultant. I am their resident engineer. And the contractor is Rango Construction Limited. The project commenced on April 15, 2024. It's a 3-year period. So
it was approved long ago.
Yes, yes. So that is 6 months was devoted to design, and then so practically we have 4 months of physical progress on site.
Well, design and build means that you are not supposed to complain and say you are using 6 months. If you need 6 months to do design, you must as well design and go to tender. The advantage of design and build is that you can start digging the ground the day you take the project. So when I hear people say you use 6 months for design, it doesn't work well with me because it's design and build.
Exactly, that's what happened. Before we finish the design, we already start.
Fine. Okay.
Yes, so the mistake that was made on the, phase 2. We made sure we didn't carry it on to phase 1. So everything started all together with phase 1. Okay. So when you look at this picture, we have the architectural impression of the 4th-year interchange, as you can see. So you have the Suame, and then this is the MAM concession. It is on the ground. Good. And then you have the Crowfrom that takes you all the way. This is viaduct 2. This is the viaduct 2 from Abepo to Crowfrom, and from Crowfrom to Abepo. And then you have Suame to Kedetia, and Kedetia to Suame. And then you have the viaduct 3, which takes you all the way from Suame also to Crowfrom.
Is that the one we are?
Yes, we are disputing about that. If there is still the need to maintain it or we'll take it up. So, and then there will be there will be an improvement on the western bypass from the roundabout to the Abepo. Yes. So if you look at it, this is a typical cross section of the improvement that will be made. And then we have at Abepo itself an underpass. This is a cross section of the underpass and an overview of how from the top view of the the underpass. Then so these are the scope of works, and then on phase 1 we still also have Crowfrom Junction. There will be an overpass at Crowfrom Junction. That way they call it Atomic Junction over there. Yes. So these are the details of the design as it stands now.
Overpass between X5 and overpass.
The overpass. The overpass.
X5 to Crowfrom, or from
just from here.
No,
on the main road.
The main road. X5 is from Menchia. Overpass
yes. And then from Menchia we'll have to use the and then use a roundabout. Okay. So the design we have finished almost everything except for a few comments that we made the contractor to rectify on the detailed engineering design. The contractor is supposed to have submitted it, but we still have some few corrections to make, so they will soon submit the full, and then the design will be fully completed. So this is the local roads components. This is the project overview. As usual, it is the consultant. This one was a 2-year project. We have exhausted the time. The contractor has put in an application for extension of time, which the honorable, it will be sent to maybe your office for consideration.
What percentage of work has been done?
It is about 63%. Yes. But the challenges, as I draw to the end, I'll bring them all to your attention. The challenges why they were not able to finish all these activities. So the component 2 involves the widening of the official road into a dual carriageway, three-lane dual carriageway. Yes. And so this is a typical section of the lanes as it is now. And then we have 3 over from Suame. It starts about up to Abusiapua, just a little beyond Abusiapua. And then we also have 3 overpasses on that same stretch. At Anomanji we have 1 overpass, at Makro we have 1 overpass, and at Amoakohene also we have 1 overpass over there, all on the same Suame Road, which is about 2.7 kilometers in total. So the component 2, so this is just a section of the Suame magazine when it is completed. And this is also a section of the Amoakohene overpass when it is completed. So earlier on, I told you that there were a number of internal roads that were constructed. So these are the roads that were constructed and their total length. You have the CPC Ashanti link. We have the selected roads within the Suame magazine, the total of 2.2 kilometers. CPC Ashanti link 0.6 kilometers. Yes. Yes. So the total in all is about 15.6 kilometers.
Are they addressing the issue as you envisage?
Yes, yes, they actually do. So, yes. So for the runabout, we have had to make a lot of relocations from water where we are standing. Actually, it is the central point for the distribution network of Ghana Water. And so for construction for any activity, any power work to begin, you have to make sure that all the lines there are not interrupted. And it explains why the contractor has not been able to do as he planned originally. So these are some of the relocation works that we have done. This picture will show you about some of the quantities of the pipes that we procure to site for that purpose. And this is just a relocation for school. There is a nominated subcontractor. So when you look at the viaduct 1, it has about 196 piles that the contractor has to sink. The contractor has done about 12 of them.
Out of the 196?
Out of the 196. The contractor's original plan was to concentrate on viaduct 2, which is from Oforiko Suame to Kajetia. Yes, but due to difficulties in finding space to drill, the contractor then decided to turn his attention to wherever he can find space to drill. And that is how come they started on viaduct 1. So for viaduct 2, out of 84 piles, they have done 74. Yes, and then when you look at those one over here, it represents the park up itself. They have done 3 of them. This one is in the process of being cast. They will soon cast this one because they finished all the reinforcement. And this one, they have done the blinding. When they have done all these things, these are very work that can be completed within the next 2 weeks. So they will have done about 4 of the park ups. And then these ones here that shows here, it shows you that the interruption by the Ghana Water lines, which have still not been relocated. Actually, for the Ghana Water lines, all the new lines that have to be laid in order to make the place free for work to done, we have laid all the pipes.
The connection back to
the connection back onto the main water that we are having challenges with Ghana Water.
What is the problem?
They said that they are in the period of the dry season and they don't get enough water to serve the community. So they give the time to us in piecemeal basis. Once in a while, they will agree with us that on this occasion, we can allow you to cut this line and connect, and that is how we have been. Otherwise, we should have finished all the relocation works with regards to water. Right. So this is the Anomanji overpass. As you can see, we have finished casting the deck, and then work is also ongoing on both sides, the approaches. The MSC wall are also ongoing over here, as you can see. If we should go there right now, you see these activities currently ongoing. So this is the Anomanji overpass. And then at the macro overpass, they are now, as you can see, putting all the reinforcements. They have done all the form works. And by the end of this month, the contractor has promised to finish casting the deck. So once they have finished casting the deck, then they will take all the form work and everything and bring it to Amoakohene and start doing so. So once they take all the form work, then they will start also work on the approaches of the overpasses over there. So these are the pictures that we have shown over here. Then some of the local roads that we completed, as you can see on your views. These are some of the local. This is the Tafu New Link Road. Pictures that we are showing. This is the yes. This is the proper road. This is the asphalt wearing called the proper road 2. This is on Asokore Mampong Road 1. This is on the macro road 2. Yes, there's a bypass when you are coming from Kumasi and you reach St. Louis. You can use that link to come to to come to yes, so that you can bypass all the traffic over there. Yes, there is enough space for a dual carriage. Unfortunately, the budget that we had would only allow us to do only one lane. So the other lane, for the other lane is still there, and the space and everything is there for it. They have been asked to do the other lane. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. So the other lane has been. That's what I said for now. For now. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. So Honorable, these are some of the local roads, and so for all the local roads, the contractor has completed them. What is left now is the road line markings that they have to do.
No, but if you can finish, that will be 62%. I said, what is the percentage?
Progress. That is the overall progress. The overall, including the overpasses.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Okay, so this one is more than 90%.
Yes. So we can take over. Yes. When we do the roller market. Yes.
How is this project funded?
We are told that the phase 1 is being funded by Edinburgh. Yes, and then component 2 is being funded by the Dutch. Both the same.
Who is the contractor?
The Rango Construction Limited. Yes.
How are you? How are you funding this?
Finding the financial
Phase 2 was funded from the Afri-Exim facility with 40 million to cater for 50 kilometers of the stretch, as well as from 400 meters from the runabout. Phase 2 was a reallocation.
Is that a full scope?
That's a full scope.
Okay.
Phase 1, which started a little bit late in April last year, the Suame Interchange, was funded also from an allocation from Afri-Exim, which was a replacement of Konongo to Ejiso for the purposes of us starting. It covered almost, I think, 48% of the total contract value, meaning there is a shortfall in funding in order to complete the work. But we've started the process, and we are committed to continue as long as the ministry can find a solution along the way to keep us together in full scope implementation.
So you've been paid 41%?
At the moment, we are doing quite less than that.
Were you paid 40-something%? Or that is the money available?
That's the money available.
But the way you said it is as if you've been given the money.
In terms of financial progress, we are doing less than 40%, but we are more than 60% of physical progress on the ground on phase 2. Same applies to phase 1 on the interchange as well.
Also from Afri-Exim?
Also from Afri-Exim.
Afri-Exim money doesn't exist. That money doesn't exist.
That's exactly so.
And I think we are in Kumasi, we need to be frank with our people. This project was supposed to be fully funded as approved in Parliament. Unfortunately, the debt situation has made it impossible for the financiers to honor their part. So many of them have pulled up. I think that is what led to the Afri-Exim. Originally, the Afri-Exim 750 was for something else. Was for something else. So
cash flow problems, because its IPCs are also not being paid. If you look at
how much is the compensation as of today?
As at August last year, we needed 51 million
Ghana cedis
to pay for 16 structures. But we were able to negotiate with them to pay some on account, which we needed about 80 million just for the phase 2.
But the bigger problem is phase 1 or phase 2?
The bigger problem is phase 2. Phase 2. Compensation, yes. Dennis, where do you want us to go?
The average of the limit around 28 meters down. The diameter 1.2. So now we start from pier number 14 going to number 2. But we can't, like what the Ari explained, we can't go ahead with full power because of the water lines still live there. We are discussing with the The subcontractor needs them like 24 hours.
24 hours for continuous cut for supply for 24 hours. 48 hours.
And there will be absolutely no water.
That's a challenge. That's a mental.
Yes.
Do a lot of communication.
Because we keep kicking the can down the road. But it has to be done.
It has to be done.
So,
Can you face it?
can you face it?
Should I do one thing?
Oh, okay.
So you can face it.
Because it doesn't matter how long. You still have to do it.
Hello, come on. As we speak, almost all the programs are about 50. What is outstanding? When it comes to the governance, at the moment, we've done the hiring, the peers, we've done everything. What is left is the fourth results, which is expected in the next 2 months. From there, we'll look at the new which is the concrete next step in the past towards the end of this month. And the last one out of it, we have about 62% of that is work. And we are hoping that even though we've requested for an extension of time, we can now work. That is the position. And the phase one, I think it's only about 13% done now. And that at the stage where we are doing the plans, it comprises of 4 teams. Dialect 1, 2, and 3. Dialect 1 is from Kofi all the way to Capital. Dialect 2 is from Suame Interchange. And that's what we're trying to do. And for Dialect 1, there are about 84,000. I think about 74%. What is outstanding is 10. The challenge that they are facing is the Ghana water price between the roundabout. They've been able to do a lot of piling there, but they are still so outstanding. And they are in discussion with Ghana water to see how that's going to happen. It is our hope. And we need that we're looking into that as soon as possible. After which we do Viaduct 2. So Viaduct 1 and 2, the piling is doing that at the same time to make sure that we don't disrupt the life of the community. So that is where we are now. Hopefully, we should be able to get Ghana water.
Immediately ask the contractor to start working on it. We were fortunate to have the Nanano and everybody there who agreed to cease using the bridge with a recommended recall for the next 2-3 months, so that the contractor can have full access to do that. And we are taking the opportunity to thank Nanano for this kind gesture. The contractor has promised to work within the schedule. What we are going to do is to take off the slab and then do the corrective measures with the beams, and then the engineers will recommend how to put it back so that it is fit for purpose. We left there and then went to check, partly because the road going to the hospital is in a very terrible shape. In fact, if you were to go to the hospital, you will notice that many of the rooms are very dusty, as a matter of fact. So we are going to speak to the contractor to
as quickly as possible. It's very short distance from the main road to the hospital to work on it. And then we came here. Of course, this project has been a very important project for government. I remember when we were moving the motion to do this, at that time my very senior, the respected Honorable Chairman Sabunsi was the majority leader. He paid his dues to Ghana, but this project was not about him. If you were just to go to that runabout to realize the frustration that anybody going through Kumasi, going to the northern part of the country goes through. So it was a national, a project of national importance. Unfortunately, the source of the money for the project couldn't materialize fully. Even then, government, fired some money from Africa. What we know is that the money that has been reallocated cannot actually complete all the phases. We thank the contractor. I think the phase 2 is likely that, as the engineer has said, we are now level phase 1, which is the critical part. And then we want to thank the regional minister once again for agreeing to work with Ghana Water. It's about rationing water for 48 to 72 hours, i.e. to make sure we shut down some supply lines for the connection to be done to the new pipe. I'm sure that is going to be tricky, but I have every confidence in the minister to be able to work with the community to do that. Now that we don't have the full complement of the money for the bridge, President Mohammed's goal, as is always said, is to make sure wherever we can find resources to complete critical projects like this. So now that I've seen this, I'll brief him and then we'll discuss the way forward in terms of how we can complete it. And I agree entirely with the engineers and everybody that the first phase is to do the 2 viaducts, which would actually significantly reduce congestion at the runabout whilst we think of how to fund the rest of the project. So we are very confident that the contractor has got the capacity to do that, and we are hopeful that when completed, it will bring a lot of relief to Ashanti. We know that there are other projects linked to this in other parts of Ashanti that we are in discussions with the regional minister in Ade to see how we can bring those ones also to fruition. As we say, the president has decided that he'll be frank with Ghanaians. Where we are financially, it's not a good place. We are in a very terrible situation financially. But even with that, we'll do the best to make sure that the little resource we have is applied in such a way that reduces the burden on our people. So we are very grateful to the media and everybody for coming with us. We shall continue with the work that are going on in Ashanti.
For the layman, for the layman, we understand
Yes, you are right. The laws of our country allows government to, through executive instrument and projects like this, to take over land or property for the good of the people. At the same time, the law says that the people must be paid adequate compensation. I know that there's an arrears on the compensation. We are working on that. But there are others that we need to take a second look at in terms of the compensation required and the benefit. But that is not even part of the problem. So yes, it is true that we are yet to fully retire our commitment on some of the compensation. But I will take the opportunity to also encourage the public. The right of way on this corridor exists. We can see that some of the structures are not necessarily structures that were authorized by local authority. But for humanitarian reasons, when we want to demolish them, we still capture them as properties to be removed and compensation paid. That is UNI's money. That is UNI's money that can actually enhance the project. But once it is certified that it is part of compensation, we shall retire our commitment.
For the layman and the media, we are interested in timeline. From where you sit, can you give it to?
Well, for instance, the regional minister volunteered to work with Ghana Water and authorities to work out how to do the relocation of the services. He cannot tell me, he's yet to engage them. And you heard the engineer saying that they necessarily need that relocation to be done to drill the rest of the pile. So the contractor has got a works program which we are working on now, and sure to determine that at this stage.
Okay. He says mentioned over there close the route and diverted the route through Riabra,
we also with that done, we are sure we should have space for the contractors to be able to engage the local authorities. We also look at so why is the cars and the artists? I've mentioned it to the take action. That was the president when he mentioned that we want to complete this okay, so from there we came here and we're here to ask for part of the owners that we need to give to make sure they help us with their chief director to ensure that the meeting is organized as soon as possible. Also with Ghana, that one we meet with the heads together with the contractors. What we will need to do is to phase it out. So we would do publicity, community engagement, and we count on the media to help our people and let the aspect of town that will be affected know that you will not have water for these number of days. And we will alert you ahead of time so that you can store water whilst waiting to be connected. And we also count on the people, their support on that. So we will engage Ghana Water. The Mampong Road from Suame, roundabout that is so material, that is highly high level of traffic. I understand that we look into it. That was one of the things so that we can see what we can do for people who use that road. With that done, I'm very sure that most of the roads are once that we can touch them. That done, I'm sure that we should be able to ease the congestion of the town. Yet again, the ring roads to avoid people using their gardens anytime they want to cross. The president mentioned the minister has indicated. So I'll thank you for being part of the district and also be an agent for the government to get it to understand what we're doing so that they will know that this project and many others we have done is for the use of them so that they can cooperate with us to make sure and then to my before they are here for actually I have a week and then the contractor society and so many appointment that close and then I said them you're a good to final your close means your divert and what your preferred on your barrier so man transfer the back and block the better almost and I say on money the amount if you want your contract I was a project that's an in health minister so and the call hospital now it is a debate here about whether say I did a 111 a year Duma and I say a year Duma the health minister by how they now event say and it's not a hospital yet, it's a construction site. I will do so health minister but put them more share other projects. But to be able to fully operationalize our hospital, road the Edekon, people are bringing through Edge Hospital. If you're the road minister, so for her, the my share was said, I may have been now contractor or I think they could do. Woman about the year, I can't have a hospital now. The real Nayaba, so I may say the engineer no in that time. Phase 2, phase 1 and phase 2. Phase 2 do I think second and phase 1 no one problem. Problem about where I can once a year. In so I Ghana water pipes in the association. And I said the interchange and the man 90 years ago. I was a from and Ghana water pipes in the water for me. There was a brave year of to pipe with a crack. Now to me, I connected pipelines with new water lines in Madrid. And the other section before, any media especially say, never mamma that. The dance of Emma and Rabin, Sabaya will be able to as I begin to see a car. And here they are dumb you and Adam Yes. Yamma Muzo, Bantima for and I go for another chapter for millions. It is our 2 days, what they are storing to now one bank, so let me have one lines now connected to the new ones. If you're not afraid, waterfall, I know better now. That is in a timetable, now it's not for the Ramay, not before any entry.
lines, how can I put you new one? The second issue, Emma, a woman so from here, buildings a wall, a year overpass, and change. I was a buy a compensated one, no much my hot so they are fine with me. And no, I'm saying I don't change because I'm saying cannot mojo, they are dear good. The other guy say to move for quite a boy now. And it's a buy banners and about now, negotiation on this nature. Woman from that, I said they are in delay project, on you. But definitely, any other idea. Makache chief director, my friend, or more property owners have been buying these areas in here. So they are together a bit much national compensation, a bit to media more. And said you will make them as a buy, but you have one get to the madam was. And you want to know here, when somebody I will do, and no whole briefing the amount. Honorable Road Minister, no hard till 5 p.m. When you are banning to the Nova, but there was some dinner family who said, a quiet work room, also a boy, a probably 4 5. You know, and then one kind was a little different. Now, the fire crown on the president, Nasia, who say, I'm Ashanti in here. The better was it. I do money to now, what you buy, a better money to say, I'm an eye coming. I'm going to push them. Thank you. Minister.
The youngest minister. Time you reach overhead.
Oh, there was all become my distance. Oh, the kind of my distance. When I watch the kind of my distance. Bama, Jajumano. When I would say a pie. We are second class so much like a pie. Oh, near show so now what's the idea? Now, oh, said the our one there could move the better who are what I say, you are. St. John's.
And you can't see him and get better you turn as I come back. How can say, you turn and you have a sack of back.
Doc, how I pass here? Doc.
I can't hear a video. I can't hear. Instead of video,
safety. Don't say paving blocks. Very good pedestrians. How number five? Maybe a car of a funny. Because magazine for a very critical stakeholder in Kumasi. So what I say, but don't call parking or over. No, I get
the main bridge in the Benisa.
Yes,
but wait, and yes,
what's up there? Said, so for no more phone and no move your idea. No, they are jumping. Not the other side.
And I have crowded over East Calmania. Almost the help of
fair police commander.
Security issue. The other issue there was instead of and road minister by said that highway to say, you very busy. It's very difficult to say. And I went over back as no year and even second, the Democratic Department, the boys is one car bump of it's a very difficult to it's not
say Pilesa, waiting for the parking garage. Say 1,000 cars never park over. Now once you gonna, the government will get money. It will create employment. This is so.
I know business is a say. I'm not condemn business, I'm not say business, it's just someone I'm can't tell more. I don't tell you, I'm you through. And so I need this on you, message for contact on you, message for. That's so yeah. I don't know something to do. The party higher casa. The party higher the casa and patch. Sana Macana said, somebody ever can patch up patches. Ya catch almost at Yomu Yadanya. Yomu Yadanya. Ghana fire for the road. Yomu Yadanya. We are patch. Industrial city. You hear pillars. Omunya pillars in the Omunya tour. I'm going to buy a prime on the back and pillars. Not a year hippie. Pillars. No overpass. Yanya adi akonoma Ashanti. Yanya adi pama Ashanti man. Ashanti man ya kuase. E me Suame magazine. I that way big industrial city no. E na pa sanya we. E dey ababa dey. Ababa chemu mienu. Ye popular mesisi na hanya kono. Sada mo ya cycle no mo me na sama ya da mo se.
Ya bada mo se. Se ya ba ya na ya ha mo na di ka mo de na practical ba office. Emma who do na me no ye meeting. The guy tell me say e dey baba bi na me hwe mo ha wo ya ke. Ne ba no so. Rose minister. Ojani bi bia ye. Because e ko ba ni na no so. E ba be bi e wa na fe. And it says Suame magazine and I Nakuma in terms of a Juma ceremony, the Keka. Sabaye, maybe I was seeing a twin and just a good piece of the I don't want Juma, never go around Juma. And Yamami, and I'm here. Yet, security issues say a Dranagua. A comfort issue of Wessica. Now, they are four because I'm on Nanya, the ability. The name police commander Kasa. Don't be a situation. Now, and the money we are. Most I can say, I want air wolf because of a James Street like me. The enemy never access. Yeah, and the money we are doing to my year. They are tossing me a noah, Moka. Second, Moka parking space, said, I have you down. And all your engineers like us, and then we need to track us. Overhead, I say, open to what you do. If you are not there. But every video I'm chairman. And no one knew and it's not cast with but we are not blocking now. Because cars buy a bunk of 4 when you can't do it's not working. Subsequently, group leaders will share and say, but proof for a while, let me know how you can come in to help more for a car park near we can look at that. The third concern I'm raising here say, Obito idea or Bunkuswa. On to plan what Maba and I said, I want to swap up a very so deep food bridge, a professional, and the other. Now, the ambassador, the council should be say, this is the original desire of my year. And they say, we are buying design, we have the design. The buyer started was or what the offer design, my young designer, or the buyer, say, I know the buyer. Or more entry moon, almost one more tenacity. But minimum, you could see Antino. We no buy a fin of consent. No, Minister, I didn't come on. Now, you ever see a cost component? See, the underbridge between us on the bay year. Meaning, I have to come in years to because the old plan I buy to find into a man is not a cost component of having an over underbridge in our home. How is a fashion with my conference? I communicate between the two sides. Maybe say cost component is ready. Now, minister, for the bread and give home. Now, you're between me, I am an idea. The moment of fact, you must be on for the money I say, no one ever. You have friends doing there, and then you're paying your flat. And see, I'm minister, leaders now, more than buy. No matter you director from me, I'm going to see you prepare the password. Just to make my work, I'm going to do it. That's necessary. It's a crap or a car.
Magazine, Suame magazine, business, my association. Minister, I never simple, the deputation by a near you cry, what one among Abba, I said, who did you have one pay home? The kind of money. I said, you are kind of, you will be a am I a Kuma, a business, a cost, and I'm okay, and my now, and say, my and I was a part of the buy, it is a famous mama. Yamisha was also. Minister,
Minister Chairman, Minister.